The girl kept complaining, "Jingji, do we still have far to walk? There doesn't seem to be any restaurant around here soon." Shen Jinga indicated they had arrived. They came to a hotel. Those who know understand instantly. His face turned into a wicked smile. Zhang Shixong, hiding in the shadows, was gritting his teeth in anger. But the girl also felt this was very inappropriate, just as she was about to leave. Shen Jingi grabbed her hand, saying it would be quick. The girl yanked her hand away, telling Shen's Jingi to handle it himself suddenly. Shen's Jing's expression changed drastically. "You dead girl? You want to make me angry at this time." The girl was also very angry. "Watch your mouth," slowly approaching. Shen Jing thought she had changed her mind unexpectedly. She went up and gave him a slap. Suddenly, Shen Jinga gave a wicked smile. The more a girl struggled, the more excited he became, just as Shen Jenna's palm was about to hit the girl. Suddenly, a stone flew from a distance. However, it hit the girl's forehead, hard out shot a bit off. So he picked up another stone, thinking, "Oh no, didn't mean to hit Li." But he didn't hesitate further. Raising his hand, he threw the stone and a ring together with a bang. It directly hit Shen Jing's forehead, directly making a hole in his forehead. Meanwhile, the ring fell to the ground. Zhang Zilens. Shang didn't notice he had lost something, instantly leaping from his spot. Grabbing Li, "Damn, our brother Zong did it again." Li, covering her wound, asked, "Who are you? Let me go. Did you throw that stone? I'm bleeding because of you." Breathlessly telling her, "Follow me and run first." Instantly bewildering Lizzie. "What's with this guy?" Then the two ran to a park. Yang Zong handed her a heart-shaped bandage, indicating she should stop the bleeding first. After the band-aid, Li was very curious, shyly asking, "How come I've never seen you before?" leaving him puzzled. "I'm Zhang Jigong from your class." Suddenly Li was stunned. "You say you're that annoying?" Zhong Shixong, this is completely like a different person at this moment. Zhong Shixong suddenly asked her, "Do you also like bad boys?" However, for Li Ai, rather than saying she liked bad boys, it's more that she was attracted by that kind of free and unrestrained charm, but didn't expect Shen Jing would be that kind of person. And at this time, Zhong Shixong began to ponder how he could be worse. Suddenly, Lei's phone buzzed trembling as she saw Shen Jing's incoming call. But to avoid getting involved in other matters, she also answered his call to hear what he wanted to say. On the other end, Shen Xing directly started cursing, "Damn, who was that guy just now? I saw he was wearing our school uniform, don't try to fool me," leaving Li Yi's ears ringing directly, grabbing the phone and shouting back, "Damn it, who are you yelling at? Do you want to get beaten to death?" Then, with a click, she angrily hung up the phone. "Who does he think he is?" Zhang Shixong was completely bewildered and gave her a thumbs up the next moment, smiling at Zhang Shixong. She asked if he could keep today's matter a secret. After saying this, the two planned to return to school separately. Then Zhang Shixong went alone to the cafeteria to eat, so his two good buddies gave him strange looks, telling him his skipping class was discovered, and the homeroom teacher was looking for him. At this time, the watermelon boy suddenly asked Zhong, "Why do you look like Shen Jing now?" With a bang, Zhang, N.A. Zhong slapped the table and immediately stood up. "Ha ha ha ha, do I really look that bad? That guy is my goal," leaving his two buddies instantly entering early dementia. As a meatball fell in that moment, the two reacted as if their home had been robbed, screaming suddenly with another bang. Lai Ai openly moved a chair and directly sat with them to eat, making the two buddies force a smile, putting on a happy face. Zhang Shixong, afraid his two buddies would misunderstand, quickly stood up waving to explain, but it seemed to make things worse, so he hurriedly left. Li quickly followed. Meanwhile, the two buddies laughed again, forcing a smile. However, the next second they could only hold back tears and watch them leave for them. The world was cruel after all. They were born single as the two were leaving. Xuan also noticed them, making her very jealous. Even her food didn't taste good anymore. While on the other side, Zhang Shixong was using all his strength, undoing the gold chain worn on his body, Thinking about how to explain to the teacher after all this was his first time skipping class, just as he was adjusting his shirt buttons. Suddenly he discovered the ring on his middle finger had vanished instinctively. He reached into his pocket, but applied too much force and pinched his own dick instantly, making him sweat profusely. He thought this is bad at that time. This ring was personally put on him by his uncle. Back then, his bald uncle told him this ring was given to him by the boss when he came of age, so he was very happy being able to give the meaningful ring from the boss to the boss's son. Made him very happy, but when I die, you must return it to me. I want to take it to my grave at this moment. Jong Shik Tsong clutched his hair in panic. The words his bald uncle had said kept appearing in his mind. Then he ran to the classroom to search everywhere. But meanwhile, the school bully was already behind him. The bully who had been hit by the stone was looking for somewhere to vent his anger, directly giving him a kick. Good dogs don't block the way, flamboyantly flipping his hair. Seeing Jang Seong's back looked very much like the person who threw the stone at him, so he went up and gave him several flying kicks. However, coincidentally, Xuan was in the classroom but didn't stop. Shenjinga kept kicking Jang Zong until he couldn't get up. Shenjinga still stroked his chin, very dissatisfied. Fortunately, Li Ai called out to him. In time, Shinjing suddenly walked up to her instantly, showing a wicked smile, mercilessly grabbing her clothes. You think I won't hit you because you're a woman at this time? Lei looked at Jang Sik-shong again, thinking he was beaten for helping her. So she deliberately told Shen Jingi. It was S. Jangi who pulled me away that day. Hearing S. Jiangxi's name made him shudder. But S. Jangi just wanted to sleep peacefully, never expecting to be caught in the crossfire. Then Shen Jingi directly walked up to him. Hey, wake up! But he completely ignored him, making him grit his teeth with a bang. He directly kicked S. Jiangxi's desk while he was sleeping, scaring the classmates so their mouths were wide open. Lai I thought S. Xang Senas could intimidate him, didn't expect things to escalate. Then S. Xong Senas stood up coldly. Are you crazy at this time? Shen Xing loudly asked him, was it you who helped Li? Sangi's gaze also turned towards Jang Shik-song, again seeing him trembling. He understood what happened, so picking his ear carelessly, he said, seems like a helped. What do you want to do about it? However, Shen Jinga directly grabbed his collar. Stop joking with me. You're clearly lying. Do you think I'm an idiot? What if you're lying? However, S. Zhangxi's grip strength was unimaginable, causing him to shake all over. What if I'm not lying? What then? Shenjin was in so much pain, he directly let go of his hand bone, cracking pain, but still not forgetting to talk tough surname song. We'll see about this then. As he was about to leave, he saw Zhong Xiong on the ground, grabbing his hair, looking carefully. That guy was about this size. Meanwhile, Zhong Xiong saw the gold ring on Shen Jinxi's hand, wondering how it ended up on his hand. But Shinin Simiyin thought it couldn't possibly be such a coward who did it with a bang. He directly left Jiang Sefein. Chong also gritted his teeth silently, vowing no matter what, he must get the ring back. Walking with heavy steps, he left school. After returning home, a row of uncles greeted him at the door. But seeing the young master's injured face and footprints directly making their expressions change, Scarface uncle shouted, "This is challenging our Fire Bear gang. Get your weapons ready to fight bald." Uncle had just come downstairs when he heard the commotion. At this time, Scarface uncle told him, report to Big Brother, young master was beaten up outside the Gold on Bald. Uncle's head exploded. Damn it, which bastard did this, young master? You lead the way. Exactly. Which guy did this at this time? Their boss stopped them coldly saying, young master is the future pillar of our gang. Young master is just starting to fight. We shouldn't intervene. Everyone instantly understood we weren't thinking clearly. Boss, please forgive us. They prepared to give their young master a bone-breaking devil's training. But before that, to ensure their young master wouldn't be bullied by school bullies again, they directly convened an underworld meeting. But at this time, Zhong Xiong was also shocked, never expecting that after being beaten, his uncles would care so much about him. So after everyone's discussion, Uncle Shu very seriously told Zhang Xiong, "Young master, the most important thing for you now is to develop the habit of winning. So young master first, go find someone weaker than you and beat them up." Seeing their young master very hesitant, the uncles all encouraged him. "Young master, the stronger you become, the more people weaker than you." We all came up this way the next day preparing to go to school after last night's brainwashing. Zhang Xiong looked much more spirited. Suddenly at this time, Bald Uncle called out to him, making him freeze, thinking, did Uncle discover the ring was missing at this time? Bald Uncle just told him to tuck his shirt into his pants. After Zhang Jigshong tucked his shirt into his pants, he nodded with great satisfaction. Seeing the young master becoming more and more on track made him very gratified. Meanwhile, on Zhang Xiong's way to school, he increasingly let himself go, becoming someone who spat anywhere, but it seemed he never succeeded once, however. As he was feeling pleased with these attempts, suddenly Zuen also passed by him. He wanted to go up and say hello, but realized the joke was on him. Zan just wanted to go to school sweetly with Shenjing, and Xuan looked so happy. This made Zhongxiong more determined to be a bad boy, and at this time he happened to see in the alley Eli and others collecting protection money. Meanwhile, Li Ai saw Zhang Shixong and her face lit up. She directly turned around to touch up her makeup. That's right, actually, Lei's heart had already been captured by Zhang Xiong.